Wolverines will kick it away to start us off. Fielded in the end zone. It's Edwards. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. On first down, here comes this offense. Defense dropping into soft coverage. Buys a little time with his feet. He's going to take a shot. Oh, and he gets downfield for the big catch. Brought to the ground, but not before getting enough for the first down. And the Buckeyes headed quickly to the line. This noise, this crowd, and you can feel the jolt of energy going through the Buckeyes.
Well, everybody loves 5-yard runs, Reese, but come on, let's get real. When you're chucking the ball down the field and you got great quarterback play and wide receivers out wide that are making plays, fans go nuts, and the horseshoe is one.
And he was winding his way all over the backfield, staying alive, and finally he goes down. Fast, physical, and disruptive, Michigan has a rich and storied history of guys up front who can make life miserable for a quarterback. And that pass picked off. Got some room to run. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
And how about that play by the defense here early in this game opening drive, facing one of the best quarterbacks in all of college football, and they're able to get an interception. That is going to be massive for their confidence in this game.
Off-play action on first down. Good route on the comeback, and he makes the catch. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. The colors of the day were maize and blue when Michigan won a close one last year.
It was Ohio State leaving the stadium feeling blue after that one, too. The way that Michigan enforced their will late in that game. They were the most physical team when they needed to be, and David, they're going to have to do that again to pull out this W.
Yeah, and it doesn't matter if you're the coach at Ohio State and you want it.
And wait just a second. The official's going to take a second look at this one. And you know the standard is indisputable video evidence, and the officials will change the call. It'll be a first down from the 49-yard line. Now the quarterback changing the original play call. Dropping back, it's Penix. And that one had some juice on it, but it's incomplete. These two first squared off in 1897, and this rivalry is almost like a history of the sport itself.
So much history, so much tradition. I can go back to 2006 when they were 1 and 2 in the country. You know, like, these games really matter. The uniforms are clean. The athletes are flowing. There's tons of athletes all over the place. This is always a huge showdown.
And you think about some of the great coaches that have graced the sidelines in this rivalry. Bo Schembechler at Michigan and Woody Hayes at Ohio State. And it's amazing, in a conference full of trophy games, maybe the greatest rivalry doesn't even have one.
Might be decision time if the defense can get a stop on third down from the 45. Rides to the back. And they did not let him get to that first down line. It'll bring up a call here.
Man, that's a really good job by the defense, because when you get in that third and medium area, listen, you got to be worried about the run and the pass. Did a good job playing both, got it stopped, now forcing a fourth down.
They really have no choice here. This is a no-brainer. You go for it here on this fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. The completion well past the sticks. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down.
That's a great example of the receiver knowing exactly where the first down marker is. He got the depth he needed to get, so once he was able to make the catch, he already knew he had it, and now a fresh set of downs.
And the Wolverines are marching down the field. Trying to find his man on first down. Just gets rid of the football, nobody to throw it to. It'll be second down. There's so many great rivalries in college football, guys, but I think this one, because of the disdain and the excellence, sort of rises to the top.
Yeah, I mean, listen, there are great rivalries scattered all around this country. In-state rivalries, interconference rivalries, a great history, great pageantry. But I think what makes Ohio State versus Michigan unique is the fact that more often than not, these are two teams competing for national championships at the end of the year, and this game really does determine the national landscape.
And 19 national championships between the two teams. Late in the year, it always mattered. You go back to 2006, number 1 versus number 2. So always disdain, always hate. Don't even call each other by their names. Like, this rivalry means so much to college football.
Quarterback will audible. Wants to throw. It's Penix. Looking to buy time. Just gets rid of it before the heat. Has no choice but to throw it away, and it'll bring up fourth down. They'll try to salvage a field goal on this drive. This try will come from the left hash, and he'll try to curl it in from 38. Absolutely perfect. And that'll put the first points of the game on the board. It's 3-0. They were able to get a field goal on the board, and now they'll kick it away. He'll bring it out. It's Edwards. I imagine he's going to get an earful on the sideline after bringing it out of the end zone and being knocked down at the 11. Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. That last drive was promising for a while, but you just can't mess it up at the end with the pick, Jesse.
No, you got to be able to finish drives, especially in...
Snags it on the right. And they are pushing the ball down the field. A big pickup on that one, and the tackle is finally made. And you know the line they kick around at Ohio State, Woody Hayes, forward pass, 2 of the 3 things that can happen are bad. Woody had dudes like this, he'd be spinning that magic bean all over this place.
You ain't lying. My, how times have changed. Now it is pass, pass, pass. Find explosive playmakers like this on the outside. Get them the football.
Really nice throw there to get the first down. And, you know, when you think about Ohio State quarterback play, especially here recently, it all comes down to efficiency. You have to make good decisions. You got to read the defense. You got to be accurate. When you think of guys like Justin Fields, C.J. Stroud, guys who went in the first round, that's what they did. And this guy right here, I think he has the ability to be a first rounder in the future.
Just outside the red zone, 1st and 10 from the 21. Looking for room. It's Cooper. And he runs through one tackle and picks up a few. It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. On second down, looking to throw. Caught, close to the marker, it's Cooper. He's down at the 1, and they almost had the touchdown pass on that one. The Buckeyes want to move quickly. Powers forward. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Buckeyes. Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point is good, and it's a 4-point lead. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. From back of the end zone, he'll bring it out. He's got great speed. He's got an alley. And there he goes. He'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Michigan. Well, maybe they thought if they kicked it into the end zone that he wouldn't dare bring it back. Instead, he just dared them to tackle him, and nobody could. What an explosive return.
And those guys got so much speed, they ain't scared. And you could tell, takes it out, good blocking, give him a little crease, and you could see the speed. You don't put slow guys back deep. You don't see Jesse Palmer returning kicks. No. You see the fast guys, and you see an open space, and boom, he's gone.
If you can do that, I don't know why you don't do it every time. Reduce the risk. Banged it out of the back of the end zone. They'll put it in play at the 25. As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. These DBs going to give a little cushion. Back to pass, it's Kane. Looking for a huge play. Wide open, he makes the catch. A huge gain on that one before he ran out of bounds, and he has the first down.
Michigan 10, Ohio State 7.
Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Handoff to the fullback. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
You know, when you're handing off to your fullback, oftentimes these guys need some space to work so they can build up a head of steam and get the speed going, but that guy didn't have anywhere to go on that one.
After losing a couple on that last play, here's 2nd and 12. The play action fake. And the quarterback is toast back at the 35. The Wolverines bringing the heat on the defensive front as they have so many times through the years.
And you just think about guys that just look great in their unis. Big, strong, Aiden Hutchinson, Ojabo, a lot of these guys in the recent history just...
And he feels the heat coming and it burns him up. Another sack.
What a great job by this defense setting the tone early. In the first half, they've been hitting the quarterback early and often. Make him feel uncomfortable. Make him feel that pressure. Keep getting him on the ground. That's why they've built a lead.
They might need a telescope to find the first down marker, but they'll go for it on 4th down. This defense will try to keep everything in front. They're throwing for it on 4th down. And it's incomplete. The long pass downfield they couldn't hook up.
Man, aggressive play calls. Everybody wants you to be aggressive. They're aggressive. They take their shot. Now they got to live with a little bit of the consequences. They turn the football over on downs. Now their defense has to go out on the field and make some stops.
Quarterback changing the plays at the line. Looking to throw, it's Penix. Pressure coming. Just couldn't find an open man. He'll get rid of it, and it'll be 2nd down.
Doesn't take this defense a lot of time to get to the quarterback, man. They've got speed all over the place. They hit him so quickly, and because of that, the ball falls incomplete.
Ball still at the 45 after the incompletion. They'll snap it 2nd and 10. They'll run play action. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker.
A nice job by the defense there tackling the catch and smothering the tight end. They know this offense is going to try to find him in the passing game in a lot of different situations. That time, perfect coverage, and nice job bringing the big guy down. Not easy to do.
In the gun, looking to throw on 3rd down. Using his legs to buy some time. He's got an open man. And that's a live ball. Oh, it looks like the offense was able to recover it.
That ball carrier is very lucky. That easily could have ended up in the hands of the defense. You have got to do a better job with ball security.
The Wolverines will snap it on 1st and 10. He's looking to throw it. Nice defensive play to get a hand in there and knock it away.
Great job on the back end in coverage. DB staying in the hip pocket of the target and was able to swat that ball away.
Here comes the offense on 2nd down. Receivers telling the quarterback what they see. Feeling some heat. Couldn't find anyone open here, and he'll live to fight another play. It'll be 3rd down.
And that goes down as incompletion, but that's a smart play. And the QB coach and the OC will be very happy with the decision of the quarterback. He got outside the pocket. He obviously, so he's outside the tackle boxes. He knew he could throw it away as long as he got it past the line of scrimmage. Nothing there, nothing open. Live to fight another down.
Looking to throw it again. Pulls it in. It's Presley.
You got to love that. On defense, one of the most critical statistics out there is how do you play on 3rd down? How do you prevent the opponent from keeping drives alive? Right there, tackling the catch. You gave up the completion. What do? You set up 4th and long. You're going to get the ball back. Go get some water and celebrate.
On 4th down, they'll throw for it. Couldn't find his man, and they'll give up the football on downs.
You know, offensively in that situation, 4th down, you're throwing for it. Everything has to go right, or someone just needs to be able to make a play to keep the drive alive. They couldn't get it done, and now the offense is coming off the field.
Off the play fake on 1st down to throw. Steps away. He's going to fire to the left. And he makes the grab and gets the foot down. What a job for a huge gain there. Just on the edge of the red zone. 1st and 10 from the 21. He wants to throw. Zings it complete to the right. And they'll finally get him down after a terrific pickup. They'll go hurry up here. Off the play fake. On target. They've got it down to the 3-yard line. Really well done on that throw and catch. They'll try to kick it into overdrive. Clock's running. 2nd down coming. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
Let's be honest, Reese. Like, the only time the fullback gets the football is usually in short yardage situations, and the defense was locked in. You got to try to get penetration with that defensive line. They did a good job of it. Nowhere to go with the football for the big fella.
Boy, they'd love to move the sticks here and take a shot at it on 1st and goal. Wide receiver now comes in motion. Quarterback touch pass on the jet sweep. And he's on his way. He'll go all the way. Touchdown, Ohio State. Lining up for the PAT. And the extra point is good, and it's a 4-point lead. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And they cap the drive with a 4-yard touchdown pass. And he's coming out of the end zone. That is a decision he will likely regret. He brings it out of the end zone, and he's knocked down at the 10. And here comes the Michigan offense back on the field. That last drive was promising at times, but stalled out, and they turned it over on downs, Jesse.
I think they got to do a better job here, just being better early in the downs, on first down finding positive plays.
Yeah, and it's frustrating when you move the football and get stopped on the other side of the field and get no points. But they've had some success, and I like the aggressiveness. They just got to cash some of these drives in.
It's these little moments like that that can help an offense as he gets it up to the 16-yard line. To the air, it's Penix. Escape, and a sack all the way back at the 5. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. 3rd and long, back up inside their 20. He's looking downfield to throw. And this defense is bringing the heat. Another sack. The defense calls the timeout. Their second of the day as they try to get their act together. And the Wolverines will punt it away on 4th down. 3 and out, and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. I'm not sure if he could have kicked it farther by using his knee, but it's not exactly the longest punt. Looking everywhere for room to run, but really good coverage, and he'll step out of bounds. So let's see how they play it in this final 30 seconds of the first half. They'll start this drive with a pass. He's going for it all. He's got it. Touchdown, Buckeyes! And once he got loose, it was all over.
And what a nice ball. You can see he sees him running the corner route, lays it out in front, catches the ball, and nice job catching the ball and then doing what? Getting upfield, not running out of bounds, not getting pushed out, not getting tackled. Nice job after the catch, getting vertical, getting to the end zone.
So here comes the kickoff after the touchdown, and the last thing you need right before the half is to give up a big return. And he passes on the touchback. Here he comes. Pulled down at the 18, and the decision to bring it out of the end zone was not a good one. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. The receivers often will run their route based on a side adjustment. He's going to pass. Throws to the wideout. Got him downfield. At the 45, on his way. Ripped off a huge chunk play on that one as he gets the first down before he steps out of bounds. The Buckeyes will kick it away to crank up the second half. And he's going to bring it out in the end zone. I imagine he's going to get an earful on the sideline after bringing it out of the end zone and being knocked down at the 11. Michigan ready to get that offense rolling again. Trailing by a couple of scores, they'd like to generate some confidence here early in the third quarter.
Down 2 possessions, the coaching staff met in at halftime, and they've probably scripted this opening drive. Just like they do at the start of the game, they've now got an idea of what plays they feel most.
Hit the gas, kid! Wide open ahead!
Man, if I'm a defense, I got to find a way to get some more pressure on the quarterback or disrupt their timing and their rhythm. I can't give them these big chunk plays through the air. I got to be maybe a little bit more aggressive or do something a little bit different.
They'll move the running back to try to force the defense to adjust. A run up the middle is stuck for no gain.
And it really doesn't matter what the decision is on the RPO. When your defensive line can reset the line of scrimmage like that, get off blocks and make plays.
Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Quarterback checking the play. Looking downfield, it's Penix. He's got him in the flat. He's there to make the stop, and they threw it in reverse, losing yardage on that play.
And listen, if I'm the quarterback, I'm trying to dump the ball off to my playmaker and make this a manageable 3rd down. Get something positive. But how about the defense? Just reacting so fast, getting to the running back, and getting that sucker on the ground in the open field.
On 3rd and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. The running back makes the catch, but he's out of bounds. Officials signaling incomplete. 4th down coming up.
You got to wonder if this offense is going to go for it here. They're trailing now by a lot. I know there's a lot of football still to go, and I know they're on their own end of the field, but just kind of get the feeling their defense hasn't gotten a ton of stops. They may need to stay out there, and they're going to need this quarterback to make a play.
And that ball is picked off. Not a lot on the return, but they can live with that as they've got it at the 49.
Man, it's so frustrating as a coach because you go into half and you're like, listen, this is what they've been doing. This is what we're getting. Let's go out and execute. And what do? First drive, you throw an interception, you turn the field position to the other side, great momentum immediately. This is an absolute disaster to start the 2nd half.
Comes out throwing on 1st down. Blasted as he lets it go. Soft spot in the middle. Defense needs to regroup as he gets it down to the 26. And the Buckeyes moving quickly to the line. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. Finally stopped at the 20-yard line after a pickup of 6. Got 6 on 1st down. Now a lot of options on 2nd and 4. Makes the grab on the left. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. A completion, but not quite enough for the 1st down. 3rd down coming for this offense. They'll try to run for it. Tackle is made, but not until he gets the 1st down. The Buckeyes are on the move. Looking to throw, it's King. Quarterback on the move, still looking. Had to get rid of it quickly. Hit hard just as he released it on 1st down and just couldn't get it to the receiver.
A really good job by the defense. They got to understand that boy can fly. So when he gets outside the pocket, I got to make sure I'm ready to go get him. You could tell he was still being a passer. He wanted to throw the football. Nice job closing under control, getting a hit on the quarterback, and affecting the throw.
Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. On the move, it's Cooper. Lowers that shoulder, delivers the blow. Touchdown, Ohio State. He shed tackles like a snake, getting rid of his skin. Ohio State is dotting Michigan's eye as the Buckeyes are firmly in control.
And Ohio State, they've let a few get away from their rival in Michigan, and they're trying to get that back. So they came into this one with a chip on their shoulder. They're not always used to being in that position when they play against Michigan. But, David, in the 2nd half here, it's all Buckeyes.
Yeah, and you got to be physical. When you play the Wolverines, you know the type of brand that they play. Ohio State has matched that physicality. They have been ready. They were ready for the game, and they've handled business.
Guys, here come those maize and blue winged helmets on offense. Boy, they hope this next drive is more productive after throwing a pick last time, Jesse.
Yeah, and the coaches did a good job on the sideline there, just talking to the young quarterback and making sure he's able to turn the page, calm him down to go out and refocus this drive there.
Yeah, and some people do that better than others, but you got to show some trust in him, maybe get the ground game going, help around him a little bit with this system.
Gets it out fast. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense. Running backs on either side of the quarterback. Quarterback making adjustments with his receivers. He'll come out throwing on first down. The quick out. And he'll step out of bounds after a very productive play. They've done a really good job creating the matchups they want out of the slot.
Yeah, dude, get that guy matched up on a linebacker. That guy matched up on a safety. Keep him away from the corners by putting him in the slot. Get him the football. Let him make plays.
Back to throw, it's Penix. Quickly to the tight end. He'll be stopped at the 41, but give him 10 on that play. The Wolverines will hustle to the line.
That's a really nice pass. You can see why this guy right here gives the Michigan faithful reason to be optimistic. You know, for years we know Michigan has always been good at running the football, but they've got to be able to throw. They've got to be more consistent making big plays through the air. This guy gives them that chance.
Man, we're seeing the tight end used more and more in the passing game. You see him moving inside. You see him moving outside. You see him moving in the box to block people. So here they put him in the slot and just have a nice little pitch and catch session.
And the Wolverines come to the line with a new set of downs. Wants to throw on first down. Got his man downfield. And he almost ran away from everybody on that one. A huge pickup on that play. All the way down to the 15-yard line. It's first down. They're threatening to score, and they'll throw it. I don't think that's the way they drew it up. Incomplete. After the misfire, it's second down. The give to the tailback. And it looks as if he'll pick up maybe a couple. Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. Looking for a man. It's Penix. Moves away as he feels pressure. And makes the grab in the end zone. Touchdown, Wolverines. The field position was bad. The finish was great. Great way to answer that poor field position.
Poor field position, no problem. How about it? Great job by the offense coordinator. This offense getting in a good rhythm early, even backed up, even in a predictable situation. Great job coming out.
Getting set for the point after. And they make the extra point to draw closer. It's 28-17.
That makes Ohio State 28, Michigan 17.
If they're going to pull off this big rally, they'll need to get this one back. They line up for the onside kick. They'd hope to get that thing bouncing around, but the hands team is able to corral it. Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. What a good mix of plays, keeping that defense off balance last time, David.
And Reese, they don't know if it's run or if it's pass. They got them right where they want. This defense doesn't know how to react to getting punched in the mouth on that last drive.
So on this next drive, David, I think you keep running the football because that sets up the play action, it sets up the RPO game, and then you keep this defense guessing.
Miles ahead for a pickup of 1 to the 32. The Buckeyes come to the line in the hurry-up. They'll try to pick it up on the ground. He'll come through on third downs. He's got enough, and they'll mark it at the 23.
It's a point in the game, I think, as a coaching staff, where you really challenge your offensive line to go win the football game, right? We've got to lead late. We're going to run the football. And the defense and everybody in the stadium knows that's what's going to happen. Can we run the ball down their throats and impose our will? That's what this offense right now is trying to do.
And it's just simple. Simple first down run, showing your physicality, setting your offense up in a good spot.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. Dropping back, it's King. Unloads to the right. He makes a grab. He gets it in. Touchdown, Buckeyes. Now they have extended this lead, guys, starting to put the hammer, but sometimes a rivalry game can give you a little of extra fight back.
And there can be no panic at this point now. You've worked too hard this offseason, David. They've had this game circled for so long. You've got to play your best football right now and fight back.
And you just need something good to happen on this next possession. You got to get the crowd back into this football game. Big rivalry. Get some emotion. Get some momentum on your side.
And here comes the Michigan offense back on the field. He'll start this drive firing. Complete to the left. He knew exactly where he wanted to go with that one, and they've got enough for the first down. A new set of downs after the completion. Quarterback checking off. Looking to go up top on first down. Throws for the tight end. Wide open downfield. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down. Defense is backed up. Shadow of the goalpost trying to defend their own end zone. Keeping it on the ground on 1st and goal. Touchdown, Michigan! And they take it in for 6 more points. Precision blocking up front created the open lane, and the running back followed it beautifully.
Yeah, it's pretty easy to follow an offensive line that makes those holes and just gives you a caravan all the way to the end zone. What an unbelievable job blocking up front.
And with the extra point, every little bit counts as they get closer. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. They still have work to do, trailing by 2 possessions here in the 4th. They'll line up for the onside kick. Few anxious moments there, but the hands team. Oh, it's a fumble. They recover their own fumble. Somehow, who knows how they got that thing back. The Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. Really good balance on that last drive. They mixed it up all over the place, Jesse.
Yeah, how nice, too, to have the defense on their heels, because at this point, they don't know what's coming at them. They had problems stopping everything that last drive did.
So I think this defense would come back with a little more aggressiveness. I mean, they let them have what they wanted. Now they got to dictate to this offense a little bit more.
They'll run it to keep the clock moving. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
Big 3rd down for this defense. Listen, you've got to get the ball back. You know what they're doing. They're trying to run the football, but we need the clock to be on our side so our offense has some time. Got to make a stand right here on 3rd down.
Gets it out quickly. Plows through the defense. He's run out of bounds, but not before. Turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down.
Well, I tell you, man, this guy's been putting on a show all game long. We've seen his decision-making. We've seen his athleticism because...
Ran through the tackle, and he's got room to run. Just steamrolling the defense. Touchdown, Ohio State. And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. A lot of glorious days in the history of the Buckeyes, and this might put this guy right at the top of the list for a single game.
And that list of names is incredible. Like, we could go down the list of so many guys that have been such great playmakers, so dynamic. So to think about putting yourself in that category, we're going to be talking about winning trophies and this guy being an All-American by season's end.
Well, here in the fourth quarter, they were obviously expecting onside kick. They got their hands team on the field. They're able to jump on the ball and make sure they get possession.
Pre-snap motion, quarterback trying to get a read. The receivers often will run their route based on a side adjustment. Looking to move it through the air. Snagged in the middle, it's Presley. Put it right on him. Sweet play, good pickup, and they'll move the chains with the first down. The Wolverines are in the hurry-up.
And that's a first down for the offense.
They'll throw it on first down. A shot toward the end zone. Fires a bullet. Now it's picked off. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick. Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. Firmly in control of this game. We'll see if they just try to run out the clock and get out with a victory.
Everybody on offense here should feel really good about their performance today too, David. They had a really good game plan coming into this one. They went out and they executed at a very high level.
Yeah, lights out, and this game's over. I'm interested to see the philosophy now. Do we keep chucking the pill and keep trying to score points because it's the defense's responsibility to stop them, or do they just run this clock and say, all right, we did enough today. We kicked them in the face.
This defense has kept them backed up. Now one more stop, and they can get off the field on 3rd and long. Dumps it to the back. Makes the catch. It's Cooper. There to make the tackle, but the big throw is good enough to give them a first down. And the Buckeyes come to the line with a fresh set of downs. To the air on first down. Throws to the tight end. A strike downfield. And the explosive play, and they're on the move all the way to the 44. This offense is like running a perfection drill in practice against air. Chunk play after chunk play, and here they come again. And he can't escape, and down he goes. Now the offense has to overcome the negative play after the defense comes up with a sack. To the air, it's King. Trying to get to him. He's got it. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down. They line up with some serious work to do if they want to convert this one. Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. And that'll be incomplete. They certainly weren't afraid to take a shot there, and now it's 4th down.
Really nice play by the defender, being in a good position for that deep ball down the field, not letting the receiver put his big body on him, go up over top. The only thing that could have been better is that thing tipped to another defender, and it was an interception, but great coverage by the defender.
Ball in the air, intercepted! And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
And we know turnover margin is a huge part of winning ball games. Interception number 2, his quarterback has to do a better job taking care of the football. Don't force it. Take the high completion percentage stuff. Don't always try to go for the big play.
Going up top on first down. Looking to the big tight end. And he throws his 3rd pick of the day. His head has to be spinning. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
Heat up them pass rushers, bring in them DBs. That's what I'm doing in this situation. When I got the lead by a couple scores late in the ball game, in the 4th quarter, I'm going to rush the passer like crazy. I'm going to put all those DBs back playing the pass. That's what happened.
Throws toward the end zone. And that is interception number 3 on the day. He'll try to take it back. He's out of bounds, showing off the hands on the pick, and then the nifty moves on a terrific return.
What an amazing play by the defense. Not only do you get the interception, but you completely flip the field. And how about the open field running by that guy once he made the pick?
And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. To the air, it's Penix. Fires to the wideout. Got his man. They get the timeout called. 11 seconds remaining to play.
Timeout, Michigan.
From the 17-yard line, threatening to score on 1st and 10. Quarterback reacting to what the D is showing. They'll throw it on 1st down. Release to the back. Makes the grab. They'll use the timeout. 6 seconds left on the clock. And they'll stop him inside the 5, but the defense is backed up in the shadow of its own goalpost. And after this play, the cake will be baked. He's got the tight end. Takes it to the house. Touchdown, Wolverines. They score for the big fella here. Why are tight ends so effective in the red zone?
Well, these aren't the guys that are going to burn by you and go for 70 most of the time, but when you can use their big-bodied frames, threaten them.
The fake and a little shuffle. He runs into the end zone on the fake. What a gutsy call to come up with a 2-point conversion there. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And it was finished off with a 2-yard touchdown toss. Time is against them, still down by 2 scores, but they'll line up for the onside kick. And a few anxious moments, but the hands team is able to fall on it. They say every game counts the same in the standings, and that is true, but there are some games that no matter what the coaches say, they just mean a little more, and they hurt a little more if you lose.
They do, and that's a fact, and every player will tell you that. There are some games that are highlighted before the season that this game matters more, and it's not that the other ones don't matter. It's just that the hate runs so deep for some of these rivalries and some of these kids that grew up across the street from each other that went to different schools, Jesse. You can feel it.
David, you're absolutely right, and I wonder, because it was a rivalry game, did the losing team get a little overhyped? It just looked like they were pressing too much in this football game. They made too many uncharacteristic mistakes, and as a result, they take the L.
That's going to do it for us from here. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.